Well, good afternoon. I've given up on having high mileage days here in Connecticut. Boy, I had some steep climbs yesterday and this morning. I had budgeted for 60 miles a day. I'm down to 50. No worries though, I'll be able to make it up with a little help from Amtrak. But I am riding through the most beautiful river valley here in Connecticut, enjoying every moment. So here's what I have been seeing for 2 days and more. Yeah, the Adventure Cycling Association route. Well, I'm not going to say woe is me. I saw the elevation profiles. I did. But overestimated myself and underestimated these. Look at this climb. And good morning, June 26th. And here's the luxury accommodations I had last night. A Red Pond near Millertown. I think it's Millerton, New York, and I had the campsite to myself. There's one van parked down there. This is quite amazing. Typically, state parks I have found around this area fill up with reservations as soon as the reservation systems open up. I guess because this is just a small little campground, very small state park. Maybe. For whatever reason, though, it's just me and maybe 2 other people here. And here is what camp looks like when I'm spread out here in a nice state park instead of tucked into the woods somewhere where nobody can see me, which is, we call that stealth camping, or other places in the world call it wild camping. It stormed last night, but I gotta say this 2-man nature hike tent did very well. It's completely dry. It's a good deal. Of the cheap tents you can get on Amazon, this is one of the higher rated ones, and I'll vouch for it. It's a pretty good tent. I'm glad that I went with that and not the more expensive options. You could spend like $600 on a 2-man backpacking slash cyclotouring tent. And here's my setup here. I just kind of spread everything out. So today's travel agenda. I'm definitely in need of a short day. I'll be taking a rest day, a 0 mileage day here pretty soon. But yeah, after climbing a couple huge steep climbs, and like I said, I signed up for it, right? But seeing an elevation profile and thinking to yourself, yeah, I can do that, and then actually doing it. I did it. That's the main thing. I should just leave it at that. I did it. Wasn't pretty, but my mileage days are low. So with all that said, I definitely feel like I need to give my legs a little bit of a break today. So I'm going to pedal 40 miles, but it's pretty flat, mostly on a rail trail, to Poughkeepsie, where I'll be checking into a hotel and regrouping. I got to dry out gear. I got to do a couple loads of laundry, and I need to plan my next leg. And as of this moment, I am pretty sure I'm going to abandon the ACA Atlantic Coast Route and pick up the East Coast Greenway out of New York City. Just right it just goes right through New York City, and then a little bit of New Jersey and into Pennsylvania. It's made up mostly of rail trails and bike paths, urban bike paths, and bike lanes across cities. There are a couple places where it is on the open road. But I've been doing that. and I've been doing it okay. Everybody worries about distracted drivers and all that. True, but I've been hyper vigilant and been noticing the distracted drivers and have been avoiding them successfully. So I don't mind that, but I think the East Coast Greenway with all those bike paths be a little bit flatter, because in the near future I will be climbing the Eastern Continental Divide there in the Greater Allegheny Passage, 25-mile incline. Now it's not the steepest. I don't know what grade it is. It's not the steepest, but it's going to be challenging. And I really need to kick it on down the road. I have folks who are going to be waiting for me in Washington, D.C. area, and also riding with me outside of D.C., which is going to be great. It'll be good to have some company.